All right, let's do this again. So happy Thursday, stampers and paper crafters. This is Facebook Live number 337. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. I am going to be putting you down at the table in just a second, so if you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I will let you know when I am done struggling to get it set up just right. All right, so hold on, I'm gonna put you down and I'll be right back. So hopefully everybody's had a nice week so far. Here in, whoa, I just smacked my elbow on that. Here in Minnesota, we've been very warm, and we're about to get a little warmer. And so there we go with the awkward slide. I have had phone issues today. And yesterday, there we go. I actually didn't even know if I was going to be able to make it live tonight, just because I had to get a new SIM card for my phone, and Mike is in the hospital right now, so I thought it wasn't attaching itself to Wi-Fi, and so I came home. And I wasn't able to get any phone calls in, and I wasn't able to send any texts to Mike to see how he's doing. And I just really kind of felt like I wasn't in the loop. And there we go. Let's have it like that. Okay. And so anyways, I had to go to Xfinity today and have them put a new SIM card in and get my phone up and running. So, and I went over to a friend's house, and they, Jim and Janie, they gave me some beautiful sunflowers and some really yummy brisket that I had for dinner. Jim has been using his smoker, and so I have been a beneficiary, I should say but I eat it more than Mike does. I don't allow him to have that much because I get to it quicker. But anyways, so that's the reason why it's, that's the reason why I don't have anything totally planned out. All right, so here we go. We're going to talk about a few things that are going on right now. And number one, Stampin' Up! Is having bonus days, and they've done this several times in the past few years, and it's a really good promotion. For every $50 you spend in my online store, you will receive an email with a coupon code in there, and it's going to be for $5 off. So you can collect as many $5 off coupons as you wish. Then you get to use those in my online store to purchase anything, and then you can put that code in and it will take the $5 off. So, I mean, if you have, 10 $5 off coupons, that's $50 off. I mean, just think of, you can get, anything. You can get like the new Stampin' Cut. Well, it's not new. I mean, but the Stampin' Cut and the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I mean, if you get $50 off of that, that'd be kind of cool. All right, so earn them now, spend them in August. And then Stampin' Up! Came out with the new online exclusives, and that came out July 3rd, so please go and check those out. Some of those happen to be Christmas. Some of them are just winter, so it doesn't have to be Christmas, but Christmas in July, a lot of people like to start getting their Christmas cards ready so that you're not rushing around. And what a good time to do that, like now. So one of the online exclusives that just came out is a Season of Green and Gold, the Suite Collection. And now this is a mega suite. So what that means is that there is a stamp and a die and another stamp and a die set. So those are bundles. And when you purchase in a bundle, you save 10%, even when you purchase the Suite Collections. Also, that's in the Suite Collections is the Designer Series paper, and then the Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Backed Berries, and this beautiful ribbon Okay, so that's one of the things that you can check out in the online store. Another thing that came out is the iconic celebrations. Now, this is not just Christmas, okay? So there's designer series paper that takes you from fireworks all the way to trees, but that doesn't say anything about Christmas unless you put a Merry Christmas. There's snowflakes, there's doves, there's beautiful plaid that has nothing to do with Christmas. So pumpkins, beautiful fall rustic looking champagne. That could be for an anniversary or New Year's, maybe a retirement. So check those out. Also, the really cute Potions and Spells bundle. That is a Halloween bundle that has just been released in the online store. Also, the Changing Leaves bundle, absolutely stunning. It comes with a folder and a die, so it has that hybrid die in there. And also the Simply Zinnias. It has to be one of my favorites from the online store. And also the Encircled in Nature bundle is absolutely beautiful to play with. So check those out. Now, what it means to be an online exclusive is that means it's not going to show up in any publication. So again, my name is Joy Borwedge. My Instagram page is Stampin' for Joy. Now I need to get caught up in putting the last card that we did. It was a really cool fun fold, and we used the cutest cows. And so this is the card I demonstrated. So it looks like this, and then it opens up, and as you can see, this is a fun fold, and then it has the section on the inside here so that you can sign it. So it's kind of like a beautiful, kind of like a little story, a little scene. And you know what you could do is put pictures in here too. Maybe pictures of, you know, somebody who's turning like 18, or graduation pictures. You could put their graduation picture here, and then the as you go through high school, things like that. So that'd be kind of fun. Retirement, wedding anniversary. That would be fun. All right, so that's the last one. Okay, so tonight we are going to be using the Country Woods 12 by 12 designer series paper, and I have scraps. So that's the idea of using this. I cut into a lot of it, and so I'm just kind of try to use up some of it. And this is what the dies look like. Now we're actually not going to be using the Birdhouse. Let's see here. Do I have a card that has the Birdhouse on it? Yes, I do. And let me see if I can pull it out quickly here. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so here is a card that I designed, and this was for the event that we had on the 29th of June. And so everything was cut up, and the embossing folder was done, and so all you had to do was look at the sample and color your flowers and your birdie and then put it together. So that is using the Birdhouse, but today we're going to make a card not using the Birdhouse, just to show you that you can certainly go above and beyond. Okay, then let's take a look at the stamp set and dies. So this is on page 51 in the annual catalog, and this is what it looks like. So this is again a mega suite where it has a stamp set and a die, and another stamp set and a die. Now when you order the suite, you get one of everything here. All you need to do is just add one number. However, when you put that in, and if it says anything like not available, that means there's something that is not available for the suite. So it could be the ribbon or the embellishments or the designer series paper. So everything else is available, so you can always put those in individually, the numbers, and then get whatever is missing after they've been restored. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so again, this is the stamp set. I did not have that second, but we're going to be using a new color, and it is called Basic Beige. It got introduced this year. Now, this is the card base, and we're going to actually do it. This is the 8.5 by 11 scored at 5. 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25. So it's going to look like this. And then I have a piece that is going to get put through the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine, and this is 5.25 by 4. Okay, so this is the new color that was introduced into the new family of neutrals. It's not new family. It's a new color added to the neutrals, which is Basic Beige. And so I really like this color. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. Now I'm going to do the big one, just because I'm going to use a embossing folder and it needs to fit through the big one. Okay, and then also we're going to be using the Basic Beige ribbon. And again, I don't have a card to show you because it's in my head, but we can play along. All right. Okay. I'm grabbing all my plates because we're actually going to do some die cutting. So right now, this is the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. This is the big one. And one thing I like about this is that it folds up. Sorry for the movement on the table, but it folds down so that it doesn't need to take up that much space in your craft room until you're using it. However, mine stays open. I don't close it unless I'm taking it on a trip with me. So this is platform number 1, and it tells us what our sandwich needs to be. And so when we're using a 3D embossing folder, it says we need platform number 1, which is this, and then number 4. So that means it is the gray plate right there. So I'm going to go pick out the folder, and I shall be right back. I think I'm going to use the exposed brick because I have not used this. So with the 3D embossing folder, the Stampin' Up! Logo is the front side. Also, you want to put the hinge towards the area that it's going in. And I'm going to line up my cardstock with that line, and then I'm going to shut it. And I'm going to lay it flat, and then I'm going to put, I was looking for plate number 4. There it is. It's on top. Plate number 4 on top. And then I'm just going to roll it through. And for those of you who've been following me, I have been kind of going through the end of a sinus infection. So the last Sunday I had a really bad coughing fit, so I have a Halls here just in case. So last Sunday I did not. So all right, so now you can see that this has been embossed. You have the embossed side and you have the debossed side, so you can decide what side you're going to use. I'm actually going to use the emboss side. And so I'm just going to lay that and then put this plate and this away. All right. Then we are going to do some die cutting. And I'm trying to decide, now I have new plates. This one is going to be my cutting plate. So as you can see, it has been cut up with the dies. And that's what it does. And then this one's pretty clear. So that one's going to stay on top. And so when the bottom gets really bad, this one will go to the bottom and then I'll get a new top. So that's how I keep my dies. And I also twist it around so that my plate is not constantly being used in the same spot. And I'll keep on twisting it around. And also I'll look at it to see if it's bowing at all. And then I'll measure, I'll use that too as a guide. So another die set that we're going to be using is the, let's see here, everyday details. Now this one is in the online exclusives. This one was introduced in the last mini catalog, but it's a 2-pager and I love it. So what it means by 2-pager is that it has circles and then it has rectangles. So I'm trying to decide which one that I want to use. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with circles. Just because the scraps that I'm going to be using are going to be oblong. And so, let's see. I'm just going to kind of move a couple things because otherwise I think I lost my paper that I had ready to go for this. Yeah. I keep my place organized, but then I lose things so easily. Did I put that there? No. There it is. It's hiding. I have these 2 scraps. I'm going to be using the colors. This is the Designer Series paper, and then we're going to be playing with the ribbon, and so I thought that would go nicely together. But then, excuse me. So I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to, cut it up, and I'm going to have this down here, and I'm probably not going to have them go directly to the edges, but then, like I said, it's just in my head, and then I'm going to put this on there and probably tie a knot. I don't want to do a bow, I want to do a knot. Because this to me doesn't seem like a bow kind of thing, but we're going to be using flowers. So we're just going to be using scraps again. And that's, I'm just trying to show you how to use things that you already own. And if you don't own the Birdhouse, get it because I think you need it. The reason why is because it was something that I saw in a catalog and I'm like, I'm not going to get that. And then I'm like, I'm not going to get that. And I'm like, dang nabbit, I'm going to get that. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this one here and we're going to make, I might go with a little bit larger one. I think I might do that. And then we can play with, I could do the bird too. Maybe we could use the bird. I don't know. Let's put them on blocks and let's see where we're going. Because we're not using the stamps, the flowers. The stamped flowers, we're going to use the dies for flowers. So we might as well do the birdie. And I am wondering if I should use Very Vanilla or if I should use white, basic white. I'm trying to think here because some of the undertones here are white, so I'm thinking I might go with white. And then, just talking out loud, I'm just using scrap up. This is how I this is how I design a card. I saw something, I liked it. I don't remember where I saw it. I don't remember what it looked like. All I kind of remember was just a few little bits and pieces, and I'm just going to do it myself, you know. I'm going to just take it where it follow, you know, I'm just going to take it where it draws me. Okay, so there's a birdie. And here's the greeting. Excuse me, my sinuses are just driving me crazy. Let me take a drink here. Alrighty. So, I'm going to get some scrap paper. Now, first, I'm just going to move this for a moment. This is my scrap paper, my scrap bin. This is an old wood folder, or a holder, and a wood stamp holder. Let's see if this fits in there. Nope. So I open up my scrap first. And now let's see, the bird. We could do the picture of the bird with the flowers and then maybe have like something come out like this on it. And then we can have, we'll see, just playing. So we'll take out a skinny piece, and I don't have a small or a big enough piece for this. So I'm going to grab a piece of basic white. And grab my paper trimmer, and this is how I figure out what the size needs to be. Here's a scrap piece. It could be a card, you know, a card front, but it's 6 by almost 5, so 4 3/4. But I measure, so this is from the cutting track. So it's about 3. So I'm going to do a 3 by 3. Excuse me. I'm going to do a 3 by 3 square and cut it. And then everything else will go back into that white bin once I am done. And so I do that for all my colors. Okay, so I think we're done with that. And then, let's see what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to, like I said, we got scraps. And so I am going to play with dies. And I'm going to move this, because we might just use our scissors. Okay, so we're going to grab the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're just going to start layering stuff on our plate. That's what this is, a cutting plate. And so we're just going to start layering stuff on there. And so we're going to kind of just stick with the same color scheme that's already with the Designer Series paper. And I like that flower. And might as well do one in a smaller size. There we go. And then what other colors do we got? Ooh, that would be pretty. All right, so we're going to get some leaves. And like I said, I haven't, gotten this design yet in my head, but we're just, this is how I roll. Then I write down the measurements so that, like, if this might be my sample card, okay? okay? And then I'll come in and make the one for you. So then I'll have everything cut, I'll have the measurements ready to go, so that when I'm doing a Facebook Live, I basically know what I'm doing. Today, no, I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. Sometimes people need to see the creativity and how it comes about. So we will have some flowers, and I'm thinking this piece right here, I'm thinking I'm going to take 2 flowers right there and just cut that off and see if that works. And if it doesn't, we can always not use it. Okay. And I don't do anything just plain easy, so I try to make it pretty. All right. Oops, that moved. But let's see if I can just poke that. There we go. That worked. Okay, so I'm going to hold really tight, and I'm just going to use the scraps to cut out flowers. All right. These are new plates, so sometimes the plates the dies actually stick to the plates. So, okay, so like this one here has kind of like cutouts, so you can lift these up and kind of give it like a 3D effect. If you can see that, maybe focus it in on me. There we go. Isn't that cute? All right, so let's put our flowers, once we get them, on our paper so that we can find them again. We can save this for another flower someday. And so like this piece right here could be the, the start of another flower. So we'll see if we'll use it. Like I said, I'm not sure. And once I get done with the dies, I'm just going to put them back on the magnet sheet. So then I can put this back, because I'm actually designing a card for a to-go, a virtual event. Actually, I already designed it. Turned out pretty cute, I might say, using the Birdhouse. Okay, there's another flower. That could be kind of like the base of this one, and then it kind of sticks up. That'd be cute too with the blue. And then this one does the same thing, where it cuts just a little bit, and then you just poke them up, and it gives you a little 3D effect. And I'm using my people poker, my pokey tool, so that I can poke out my paper parts, or you could just drop them on your glass mat. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Actually, there wasn't anything in there. It was stuck to the sheet. That's funny. Okay, so I can save that. I don't save everything, but because this designer series paper works really great with this particular idea, yeah, I'm going to save all the little bits and pieces, and then I'm not wasting them. All right, I'm turning everything over to make sure that all my paper parts are out. There we go. And if I need more, I have more paper. I have a couple packs still left. All right, that one I've used pretty much. We'll just toss that. Oh my goodness, we forgot to do this one. I knew I was forgetting something. That's okay. Then these can go off to the side because we're done with that. Okay, so now this one is a 3x3 frame. Now if I do this with a Post-it note, I can create a frame, because this one, I didn't bring out the sheet for this one. The cheat sheet shows you what things do. Here it is. I'll show that to you in just a little bit after we get done cutting it. So I just put a Post-it note on it, so I don't want it to move and shift, because I'm going to make a nice frame, because it's a 3x3 and I centered it pretty nicely in it. Now I'm actually going to go back this way, just because it has all those little dots in there. Now we're going to lift that off, and we're going to put this over where it normally sits. And then I'm going to grab my die brush, because this die brush is in the annual catalog. It comes just this and with one of these. Okay, I have 3 in here. That way I can close it up and save it from my cat. Now see that right there? What this does is it creates a circle outside the negative space that you're using, and this piece. And so now you can use 2 things. Now if you wanted to, you could scrapbook with this and interchange this with the different colors. So that would be kind of cool if, you know, you had a colored frame and then a background picture and then popped it up. Or pop this up and have it sitting above the frame. So you could do it both ways. And then now we're going to use the die brush to get out those little circles. Now somebody taught me, if you went like this, like this, let's see, what did they use? I think they used an ink pad, and they kind of went like that, and they made a funny noise. And I'm like, okay, but how, you know, the little white dots are all over the place now, except for now, besides just being in here, they're all over the place. Now I'm going to have to get it a little Swiffer and clean that all up, because I'm a tidy person. I'm not OC, well, yeah, I've been accused, but I have degraded. I have let some things go. I have learned to let some things go. I will clean this up later after the video, because there's no way you need to see that. But those dies, this is what this does. So the one we just did was this one. And it does that in the rectangulars too, so that it's not necessarily the same size, but this piece right here, the inside, is the same size as this one. So this is what the dies do, and they cut up. And then now this one, that one just decorates. So that would be great for scrapbooking as well as these. So let's get on with our card. Okay, so right now we have these pieces, and we have flowers and we have leaves. And so I'm going to get my silicone mat out because it might be, because the background is slightly blue here, it might be easier for you guys to see them on the silicone mat, because it gives it a little bit darker base to look at. Okay, and so I'm wondering if I'm going to stamp. Let's see. I'm just going to kind of lay this out. This piece is 5 inches by 3/4. So we can put that like that. This one is 5.5. So I'm actually going to whack off, let's see, 5.5. I'm going to take an inch off. So I am going to measure 1 inch on my little paper trimmer here, and then you can always use that as a flower later if we decide. Okay, so this is a little smaller, so we can kind of askew them so they don't have to be the same size. Or we could put them like this, or like that, so there's a little bit of space there. Let's see here, where'd the ribbon go? There it is. Like I said, this is, because I didn't have anything set up, this is how I craft. I like to be inspired, and then I take it from there. So I'm going to just put some adhesive on here, because I know I really like the dark as my base. Now, whoever wins this card, I hope you send it off, because we're going to make it my friend, or hello friend, and then that way you can send it to somebody and make their day. Okay, so we're going to put this right here, and then we're going to put that, I think, kind of like that. I like that. Okay, right, so let's put this down. So we're going to put adhesive on each side, and this is the same, this is the new beige ribbon, and this is the same style of ribbon as our new in colors. Oh, got some adhesive on my glass mat. One thing about the glass mat is that you, as a customer, are now able to purchase that in my online store. How about that? Okay, so now let's add this to our card front. And I'm actually going to put adhesive all the way around because we embossed this. So now it's going to be kind of, it can kind of curl, and make sure it opens the right way. And we're going to give that a nice border all the way around. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to put this kind of like it so that it's actually even on this side, or a little bit off. I like that. Okay, let's add that. I'm going to put more adhesive on here than I would normally, just because there's ribbon involved. Okay, so that is where we're at so far. And here, oh, I like that. A little bit showing out this side. I like that. Okay, so we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. But I'm thinking if we stamp that in Memento, and I'm going to get my Stampin' Pearson mat because this is photopolymer, and I just want to make sure that I am going to have a nice inked up image. And I'm going to put that right there. Okay. And we'll clean that off in just a bit. Then we will stamp Hello Friend. And I want to stamp that kind of in the center. I mean, not the full center, but kind of having space on each end. Okay. See the little white dot? I'm going to be finding those all over the place. So I kind of like that. And then having, I wonder if I cut this out. I was going to do a what do you call a banner, but I'm thinking just kind of cutting it. We'll see if we like it. I have enough scrap paper to play around with. I'm just trying. Like I said, this is how I design. And if it works, it stays. If it doesn't, it goes. And then I try something different. And then I could just toss that. And then keep that. And then continue going. And then just keep your paper, turn your paper, but keep your scissors straight. And we'll see. I've seen this done many times on other videos, and I've only done it maybe a handful of times, and I don't know if I like how I did it. Guess I'm just a little, you know, it's like I like how they did it. Mine just kind of looks blah. But I can't compare mine to somebody else's because that somebody else's is not going to be seen by whoever receives this card. So okay, see if we like that. Okay, and then we'll just get rid of the scrap. We could put this right here and then surround that by, or ooh, we could put that down there too. We'll see. You know, we still have to put the flowers on and color the birdie. Okay, so the birdie is in Pool Party. And I know there's some Misty Moonlight in there. So let's see if we could do light Misty Moonlight. Oop, that's light Night of Navy. Light Misty Moonlight. And then for the birdie's feet, we could do Pecan Pie and the beak. because those are definitely in the colors there. All right, so let's see. And like I said, we're just testing things out. So I'm going to sit down while I color the birdie, and then we'll start with the, so this is pecan pie. And I'm just doing the feet. Okay. And then we're going to do the light. Brush. Now my brush tip is getting a little worn out. And that's okay. So then I'm going to take the light Misty Moonlight and hit the wing and the tail feathers. And then we're going to go back in. Oh, we'll do the dark nib tip and kind of get the belly. And on top of the head a little bit. All right. And then we're going to go back in and we'll blend that. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay, that turned out to be a cute little birdie. Okay, and so again, that was light pecan pie, the light and dark pool party, because they come in a pack of 2, and a light and dark, and then the light Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to put those off to the side just in case I come back. And so I know I'm going to put that on dimensionals. And the Hey There Friend. So the big flower, I'll kind of want to put on the bottom. And so we're just going to kind of stick things. And then we can always cut these leaves off a little bit just to kind of, hey Sherry, how you doing? We are flying by the seat of our pants on this one. I did not, Mike's in the hospital, and I was having phone issues. The phone would not let me call anybody, and it said something about a SIM card, and I didn't take it out, so I have no idea what happened. And so I went to Mike to see if he could fix it, and he couldn't. So I had to go to Xfinity, and he fixed it. So I ended up getting a new SIM card. So I'm like going, well, I want to do a Facebook Live, but I haven't gotten anything, down on paper yet. So here we are. We are down on paper. Oh, this is, yeah. So we're just testing out the waters and just kind of, showing how, I come up with my ideas and how I stamp. How it works for me. And how much time it takes for me to move things around and see if I like them, and if I don't, then I, take them and toss them off, or, So how are you? All right. That's okay. Mike is going to be in there for a while. Hopefully he gets the help he needs and comes back a new man. All right, let's see. I might even like that one popped up. And then, hello friend. Now, I don't know if I like this hello friend here. Ooh, well, maybe. Maybe on top of the flowers, stick it out. Yeah, I kind of like that. But I'm wondering if maybe I should sponge that with something. Pool party. Let's get out my finger daubers. We're trying, and if we don't like it, we always have more scrap. Okay. And where did I put those little buggers? I have new ones. I have new finger daubers. And let's see. There they are. Okay. That one looks like it's been used with pool party. So that would be kind of fun. Okay, so let's see. On here, just kind of sponge it a little bit, kind of get a little edge, and make it not so bright white. Now let's see if we like it. Playing bridge. Did you win? I don't know how to play bridge. And I'm not willing either to learn. I am not good at card games. Oh, maybe I should have put the birdie on a smaller one. Okay, so third, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. I'm thinking I kind of like... I think I kind of like the pool party. What if I should have done the birdie smaller, on a smaller circle? You know how you check? You get a smaller circle. And let's see if we could cut that out. I don't know. I kind of like it on the big one. Okay. No. I'm just gonna sit for a moment and play. All right, put a little adhesive on things, and if I don't like it, I can change it. But the big flower, it's gonna sit down at the bottom. And we're gonna put this on dimensionals, so, okay, so this one is that. And I'm just gonna rip off its leaf, or its stem, because it's gonna be hanging out behind there. And you know what? Kind of like that. All right, so that's where that's going. Okay. And this one, I think I want to pop up on a mini dimensional. Now, generally, when I design a card, Like I said in the past, I am I'm a visual learner or a visual person. And so I need to be inspired. Maybe pop that up too. Just sitting, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Sometimes it might just be like I saw this paper and this paper, 2 pieces of scrap, and there were several cards, and I'm like, I really like the idea of putting the ribbon in there. And then, so I just fool around and decide if I like something. And then after I like something, then I put it, down. But if I'm just like this, I'm just starting out with trying to figure out where things go, then hopefully it stays. Because otherwise I tend to rip things up. This one can go right there. I can pop that one up. This one's going to be a bumpy card. Stab and grab that backing, throw it away. But generally, when I am designing a card, I have an intention in mind. I either want to showcase a stamp set or showcase a technique, or I saw something really cute and so I wanted to play with it. So, and I just put adhesive on the wrong side. Okay. That looks funny to me. Maybe more down there. There we go. There we go. I like that. Actually, I like it a little bit smaller. So who says that leaf has to be that big? Snap it off. There we go. And I'm using the wood grain for my leaves. Don't ask me why. Just because I really like it, actually. And let's see. This is going to sit. Oh, we could put these on the inside. But I kind of feel I like that. I like that there. And we could put these 2 on the inside. Okay. But I'm sure, how everybody else, designs cards. It's a lot different. Like I haven't used the basic beige as a card piece, the center, and I wanted to showcase that because I haven't used it yet. And I haven't used these dies in a while. And I absolutely love this Birdhouse and the Designer Series paper. But I wanted to do something without the Birdhouse just because it's the biggest piece there. Doesn't mean you have to use it. And I am all for that. Okay, gotta make sure my birdie is flat-footed. And all right. Then my greeting is a little crooked, but we'll put another dimensional there. Okay, so that is up. And we will put, I think we're going to have to stack 2 of them up. Okay, so we're going to take one dimensional and we're going to take the top off. The backing. Come on, stay down. There we go. And then we're going to take another one and we're going to stick it. Now just the top comes off. All right. You guys want to be that way? Go ahead. And then now we have 2 dimensionals right on top of each other. And we're going to stick that right under the friend. And the reason why is because this one, the circle, is on a dimensional. And then the hello friend is on the dimensional on top of that. So that means 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's why there has to be 2 stacked up on each, on that. And then now we're going to take this flower. Now it seems to be a little kitty wampus, but you know what? That's okay. I'll make it not so perfect. Do. Where do I want that? Peeking out right there. Okay. And then these 2 will go on the inside. So now, let's see. So get rid of the dimensionals because we don't need them anymore. And I have my people poker lid. Okay. So now the inside of the card, we're going to do white. Just because we used white for here. And I was saying that there's white on the Designer Series paper. I kind of covered up some of that. Can't see it as much. All right, so now I'm going to grab a piece of basic white. And my paper trimmer. All right, I'll remove this. Now, for the most part, I have a Stampin' Up! Trimmer. That is a guillotine trimmer that came out a long time ago. So I don't use my paper trimmer as much, but when I do it for Facebook Lives and I need to cut something up, if I make a boo-boo, I'll just quickly go over to my guillotine. But right now, just because we're stamping on the fly, so I'm going to cut a piece at 5. And then 3 3/4. And generally, I don't score with this because I tend to accidentally grab that. So that's the reason why I love my Simply Score tool. They sit, my paper trimmer and my Simply Score tool are pretty close to each other. So I use them both the same amount. Okay, so I am, now my inside, let's see, it's going to say hello friend on the outside. And the inside, what shall we say? We're going to make this a birthday card. Hoping you have the best day ever. And then we could put happy birthday underneath that. I like this one a lot. So, we'll get all the greetings on their blocks. I just like to lay them, you know, just plop them down so that they kind of rest so they don't get all squirmy on you and get crooked. Okay, I was looking for another one, but it's 2 things on one stamp. Okay. then might as well just line this up straight as much as I can. Best day ever. Okay. And then line up the glass block on top of that, and then you're pretty much guaranteed that it's almost straight, but yeah. And not me. I'm never, okay, I'm barely ever straight. Okay, so let's see, what colors did we use on the front? Okay, so we used Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, and Pool Party. So I am thinking that we could use, and we also used Basic Black. So I'm thinking, we could do this Happy Birthday in Misty Moonlight, and then do the Best Day Ever, or sorry, Black, Happy Birthday in black. And then we'll see how we like it, and if we don't, we can change it up. Let's see. So we're going to straighten that up a little bit. Tap, tap, tap. We don't squish. Get a nice ink coverage on that. Make sure it's the right side up. And push down. Allow that ink to transfer. There's a kitty fuzzy on there. Well, I can't see it very well. Yeah, we'll just leave it. And then Memento. Because I like to bring the colors from the outside to the inside. Make sure there's no kitty fuzzies on this one. At least I'll try. And then we'll go Happy Birthday. Oh, that's so cute. And then we are going to grab, we're going to whack off that stem, and we're going to take a little bit of adhesive and just go like that and put that underneath, and then it wants to stick to me because it has adhesive on it, and then we're going to put that right there, and that is going to go on the inside of the card. And that, there we go. Now we're going to grab rhinestones and come on. All right, we're going to grab the Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to use the nib tip because I never use my brush tips on faceted gems, because that will literally rip them apart. I mean, unless you want to buy new ones in my online store, by all means, but I'm trying to save you some money. There we go. And then the inside, we're going to do 3 of them. So let's do, I'm going to do a big one, a medium one, and a baby. I, love the embellishments that Stampin' Up! Has, but I will be I don't know if I'll stay as a demonstrator if they ever get rid of rhinestones. Just kidding. I love the fact that we can right. Nope, nope, nope. You know what? I'm going to do 2 small ones. But anyways, the colors that Stampin' Up! Has in the blends makes it easy so that you could have almost every rhinestone match whatever it is that you are making. Most of the colors are in there. Okay, now what do you think? For stamping on the fly, I mean, I think it turned out pretty cute. Now, because, I mean, all I had cut was the designer series paper and the 2. And like I said, I only had just the idea of what we're going to do. But there we go. We could put some sparkle on our flowers. Yeah, I don't design on the seat of my pants very often, but because I had phone issues and I had to go to Xfinity store and they closed at 7:30, and I had to go over to my friend's house after I visited Mike in the hospital. Yeah, I was a busy little girl today, so I did not have anything planned for today. And I'm like going, but I gotta do a Facebook Live. What am I doing? I have no clue. So I just said I'm going to take some scrap paper, which was the wood paper, and use the new basic beige with the basic beige ribbon, and then kind of put a card together. And, you know, it turned out cute, I think. Might be a little different if I were to, you know, spend more time on it, but like I said, I think it turned out pretty cute. So, I am going to draw a winner. I got to get caught up on my winners, but, you know, just because I've been very busy at work, I haven't been able to. But I've got winners picked. I just have to get the cards or the envelopes written up and stuff and in the mail. But anyways, you can get entered to win this card by, number 1, you can do a thumbs up or a heart. I mean, cute. You know, if you like it, do a thumbs up. That'll get you entered. All you have to do is say hi. If you are new to watching me, introduce yourself and say where you're from. All you have to say is, hey, I'm new, I'm from Tennessee, or that's a really cute card, or I've never seen you before. You know, things like that. So that gets you entered into the drawing. Now, if you share this on your... No! Thank you. I just did, actually. But I should buy some more. But if you want to share this on your timeline, number 1, that helps me get my name out there. And number 2, there might be somebody that's on your timeline that hasn't touched their stamp stuff in a long time. And seeing this card might be inspiring. You know, it might inspire them to get something out and make something happy and make somebody's day. And number 3, you get a card and I get to mail it to you, and then you get to mail it to somebody else. And you get to make somebody else's day. Now, how fun is that? Now, if I draw your name and I don't have your address, then I will contact you, say, hey, this is Joy from Facebook Live. number 337, you won the card. Give me your address and I'll send it to you. Doesn't cost a thing. You don't have to place an order in my online store. It is completely free. So thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Thursday evening. I probably will be back on Sunday, hopefully a little bit more prepared, but I think it turned out for not being prepared. Alrighty, guys, have a great weekend. Stay cool, and I'll see you on Sunday. Happy stamping!